Hi everybody, this is Dr. Anderson from Anderson Podiatry Center for neuropathy and chronic pain, and I'm here to talk to you about sleep. Sleep is a really vital thing, and sometimes we forget about it. And we assume that it's okay if we don't get enough sleep. Doesn't matter when we go to bed. Doesn't matter if we watch TV and keep on our electrical gizmos till right before we go to bed. We don't even think about it. And it's really becoming a crisis in this country. Really, a lot of people aren't getting adequate sleep. The lights I'm underneath, this tool that I've got right here, the cell phone, all these things are electronics. And I'm just gonna kind of ramble here about sleep and how important, because I've got a couple people here this week, as a matter of fact. One's from Oklahoma, one's from Illinois. They're here with hopes of reversing the restless legs, because I deal with sleep. I hear people's stories of sleep. And sleep is really vital because of the fact that if you don't get enough of it, you're going to gain weight. If you don't get enough sleep, you're going to be depressed. You can have heart failure. You can have heart conditions. Lots of things can happen. So I'm just going to give you some general tips about sleep. And if you're one of those people listening that's like the folks I have here, you're probably going to laugh at this and go, yeah, right, Doc, that's really easy for you to say. You don't have restless legs. And I don't. So I can't be you, but I've heard of your stories with restless legs. So what I'm going to say may not apply. It's just too difficult for you to maybe manage and do things in the way I'm going to tell you. So a couple things. Number one, when do you go to sleep? Go to sleep by 10. It's really a good idea, because studies have shown the hours between 10 and 2 o'clock in the morning are the most productive times to sleep. And a little bit of that has to do with the circadian rhythm, meaning when the light comes out in the morning, the sun comes up, the electrical system in your brain, the mitochondria, your eyes receiving the light in the first light in the morning. That's really important to set the tone for the day, to make the electrical system, the way your body works with the mitochondria, with the growth hormone, with the melatonin, which is a great sleep hormone that people talk about. It sets the stage. So it's really good to get out and get some sun early in the morning. It's really good to go to bed early, get some sleep between 10 and 2 in the morning. Okay, and you're actually going to get more quality then. You might only sleep 6 hours, but it's going to be better quality than if you went to bed at 1 in the morning and slept till 9. If you see what I mean. So really important to consider that. The other thing is, make sure that the room you're in, the bedroom, is cold. And not icy cold, but colder than you might think. I love a cold room. My wife differs with that a little bit, but anyway, generally it's been thought that a room temperature of 62 to 68 degrees is a really nice temperature. And you can put on socks or whatever, but that temperature really aids in your body creating more growth hormone, melatonin, and makes you sleep a little bit deeper. And just having a chilled room like that, it turns down the metabolism of your body during the night. So don't forget those few tips. Make sure you go to bed a little bit early if you're not used to going to bed. Go to bed, try to get in bed by 10, and do this on a gradual basis if you need to. Make sure those hours of 10 to 2 o'clock in the morning are undisturbed for sleep. Also make sure you turn off gadgets like I'm using right here. Turn off your TV. Try to at least have a half hour. Maybe it should be longer than that. Some experts say maybe 90 minutes. Turn off electronics before you go to bed, so you're just exposed to natural light and not the artificial light. And if you could possibly do that, that's a great idea too. So just some tips. When do you go to sleep? Sleep in a colder room. Get up earlier. Get some sunlight. All those things are going to help you with your growth hormone and your melatonin. And one last thing I'm going to mention to you. This is a neat study I want to finish with. There was a study out of the University of Chicago, and they took students. And with those students, they had them eat the same amount of food, very closely controlled study. Eat the same amount of food, exercise the same, and then that same group later on, they would let them sleep 8 or 9 hours a night, and then they would subtract about 3 hours from their sleep per night. And from their calculations, just everything else being the same, but reducing the amount of hours they're sleeping by 3 hours a night, they found that their body weight would go up because they're burning half as many calories a night. It's amazing how healthy sleep would be for you. I will conclude by saying sleep, by some experts, is maybe more important than what you eat and how much you exercise. It is massively important. And the study I just quoted you, talking about how much more energy and calories you'll burn if you sleep well, is good evidence of that. So anyway, thank you for watching. I got to get home, get ready for surgery tomorrow. Got a big day, and we're going to hopefully get rid of a couple more patients' restless legs. And if you want to learn more about that, watch on our YouTube channel. You'll learn a lot more about how we can help some of you that are listening to this frustrating, going, how in the world am I going to do this? I've got restless legs, because that's a really hard battle when it gets pretty bad to do some of the things I just mentioned. So I appreciate you watching, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We really appreciate, we're growing in numbers by how many people are watching. And stay tuned, and we'll get you some more good information as we go through the year. Thank you.